Okay, Joe, Exeter at the weekend. A couple of games last season didn't go our way. We've got a sell-out away crowd at the weekend, looking to put things right.
Yeah, obviously the home game there, they blew us away inside the first 25 minutes. Game was kind of over. We were hanging on, made a couple of changes at half time, and felt we could give a better account of ourselves. But certainly the damage was done. And very similar in the League Cup game, and not League Cup, the Papa John's, whatever it was calling itself at that point, made a few changes, but again they started really brightly. So look, they're a team we probably know as well as any in our division, having come up with us last year. I thought they were probably the best team we played last year over the two games. They were really good in the game at home, and I thought they were, certainly when we were riding a bit of a crest wave towards the end of the season, I thought that was a really good game. And obviously I think we drew 0-0 in that game, but again, somebody who I thought they would have won the league after Forest Green kind of stuttered towards the end, and they had that bit of momentum. And I was surprised to see them lose at home. I think it was a Tranmere or someone beat them, or Mansfield or someone beat them quite late in the season, which probably cost them the chance of going up as champions. So they're a good side, a side that as I say, we're well aware of, and we're looking forward to the contest on Saturday.
You mentioned Forest Green there. Exeter went up to Forest Green, put 4 past them at their place. Their manager then jumped in the car, and he was at the Mem, watching the second half. What would he have learned, do you think? I
don't think he'll have any fear put into him from certainly the way we played last Saturday. I think they'll be licking the chops. They've already dusted us at their place last year. I think they'll see it as a game they would expect to beat us. I think for us, we feel we're short in certain departments, but again, I don't think we're far away. I just get this feeling we've had another good week of training, probably as relaxed as I've ever come off the field on a Thursday so far this season, where the boys are at. We've obviously got reinforcements coming, so look, we're looking forward to the challenge. It's going to be a physical game. We don't like them, they don't like us. Staff and players are in the same thing. I've not got a lot of time for them, but I respect the way they play, and I respect the job that they've done over at Exeter. It's a small club. It's a club that Bristol Rovers should be expected to be finishing consistently above. But again, I think they've shown a great business model. They've constantly developed and sold players into the pyramid, and in the midst of that managed to maintain a good football team. So look, we know it'll be a tough game, but again, I think we go into it not to lose and everything to gain.
Any good news on the injury front for us this week, Joe?
No, not as yet. No, we've got lads back on the grass, as I say, chomping at the bit, hoping to be involved in the group, but just feel Saturday's game might come a little bit too soon for some of them.
We just had Sylvester Jasper in for press. Is he in for a shout to start?
Yeah, his little cameos, he's certainly caught the eye, and we've been impressed with the small impact he's made in terms of he's only had 20 minutes in both games, so he'll be chomping at the bit, hoping to get a start and hoping to show everybody what he can do. But again, for us, obviously keep the team selection quite close to my chest. But again, he is giving us some nice options there.
Just finally, a bit of fun today for the players. We've got a commando chef in. Anything that they can learn?
Yeah, I think for us, it's there's a lot of young people in our team, a lot of young players who maybe for the first time in their life are living away from the mum and dad, and we don't want them going to Nando's and Pizza Hut and everything, every night. You get away with it a little bit when you're younger with your metabolism, but trying to teach them some good nutritional advice, and obviously the guys in there doing it with a bit of fun, giving them simple dishes full of nutrients that they can take on. But also the upside for me is they've obviously come in here, and it's so we can get down to Devon and use the Royal Commandos facility for a couple of days in pre-season. Just a bit easier to do the Gaffers Day down there, and kindly I think we're going to go and visit them and have a couple of days with them, stay in the billets, maybe do some send them into the firing houses and stuff like that. And if lads aren't playing too well, maybe it won't be blanks in the ammunition. I'm only joking, but yeah, I think it's just good for the lads to see. I think it's the way they do it is really fun. It's at really engaging course, like the lads are away there cooking now in pairs, and it just gives them that little bit of a different feel, not always hearing my voice in the training ground.